This is Julie Muller, your technology trainer here at Weatherford College. This video I'm going to show you how to convert classic quizzes into the new quiz engine. So there's two scenarios. One scenario is that you have a question bank here in your new quizzes and you randomly pull, say, 20 questions on to a quiz. So there's not specific questions on this quiz, it's just randomly pulling 20 questions. The second scenario is that you've particularly selected 20 questions from a question bank, and those are the 20 questions you care about. Those are the 20 questions that are already living on this quiz. That's scenario 2. Also with scenario 2 might be that you manually created your own questions. You have those questions, again, living inside the quiz, not inside a bank. So if that is you, if you're in scenario 2, hold the phone for a moment. I need to show scenario 1 people how to get all. In my example, I have 30 questions I need, not just 20 random. I need all 30 questions. So when I go over to the new quiz engine, I can randomly pull 20 out of that 30. So to do that, first I'm just going to show you what I mean. Over here in my question bank, I have this module 2 brochures, 30 questions. I have to put all of those onto a quiz so that I can export it and then re-import it. I know, lots of fun. So for that, I'm going to go into quizzes. This is, again, phase 1 of our journey of converting this over. If you have a question bank like mine that I need to get all the questions from, I'm going to create a brand new quiz. It's got to be a classic quiz. It has to be a classic quiz because I'm pulling from my classic quiz question bank. At this point, the best thing is to go ahead and name this ARTC, like using the rubrics, especially if you have multiple classes. If you start with the practice of using that rubric through this process, it's going to help you as you do multiple exports, as I will need to. I have mod 2, all questions. Now I need to go over here and pull those questions. I have to make them actually live on this quiz, which means I need to use the find, not a question group. I have to find those questions. So going down to module 2 here, I'm going to select all. And when I select all, I'm going to then come down and add those questions to this quiz. Add all 30 questions to this quiz, and you'll see they're loading up right now. Now that I have all my questions here, I am ready to save this quiz and go on to phase 2. Alright, so I have my quiz questions all on this ARTC 13 mod 2 all questions quiz. Phase 2, I have to go to settings and hit export course content. Select quiz. Unselect all quizzes because, my friends, we have to do this one quiz at a time. There is my ARTC 1313 Mod 2 quizzes. See how nice it was? I named this. It's visually I can see it very quickly. Which one I need to export? My Mod 2, I hit Create Export. Now, if you've been doing several of these, as I've been this afternoon, New Export is going to be your most recent export. Go ahead and click New Export. It's going to start downloading that zipped file, that zipped QTI file. You can open Show in Folder if you don't remember where your computer downloads your downloads. Mine is in the Downloads folder. Now, if I keep doing this all afternoon, it's going to keep naming these or trying to overwrite this. So the best practice right now is to go ahead and rename that QTI file, mod 2. The next one I would obviously name mod 3, so forth and so on, but renaming it here is a good practice. So that is phase 1, is getting all the questions put onto a quiz. Phase 2 is to download or export and download that quiz. Phase 3, I have to go back into my classroom, go to quizzes, and create a brand new quiz that is, of course, the new quiz engine. Here's the new quiz engine. Hit submit. This time I'm going to add it. I'm just going to call it my mod 2 quiz. The beautiful part of the new quiz engine is I set this 100 points. So I put 100 points. It doesn't matter how many questions I put in there. It's going to figure out the point value for me. Yay! That's a bonus for all of this trouble. Clicking scrolling to the bottom, you want to go ahead and build this. I'm going to come back and assign it and do all my due dates and everything, but right now I just want to build it. Clicking on build, I need to create a brand new question bank inside this new quiz engine. That is not here, my friends. Those are for your existing new quiz banks. This is not existing yet. So I have to come over here in the upper right hand corner and click Manage Item Banks. It's only on this screen that I can actually create a bank. That's step one. I just need to name it Mod 2 All Questions. Again, if you want to know why that happens so quickly, is I actually load the name up onto the clipboard and I keep pasting it. I have to paste it like 3 times. So here I am naming the bank Mod 2 Create Bank. Notice that Mod 2 has 0 questions, no questions whatsoever. You're going to be awfully tempted to click this. All this is going to do is allow you to rename this bank. That's it. That's all the edit does. And by the way, while I'm over here, one of the beautiful things is you can share your question banks with other instructors. But that's another video. Okay, now I need to get questions onto this question bank. Clicking on here, I click on Mod 2 All Questions, and up here again next to the return, these 3 ellipses, import content. Import content, you can drag, you can drop, you can browse, and locate, of course, here it is, my Mod 2 All Questions. Open that up, and import is going to take a second, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, patience is a virtue. Here it is, successfully imported. I click done, and all my questions are living in this question bank. Here's the trick with new question engines. Often you're having to go back where you were, it's kind of like breadcrumbs, but this is the best way to go back to where I was, which was building this quiz. Clicking on return. So I'm back here to return. I still do not have questions, but I have created the question bank that I need. Now I can come over to item banks. Now I can see all of these, and as I mentioned earlier, every single question bank I've ever made. This is from my other classroom, which is why now I'm going to be diligent in actually putting the rubric in front of these questions so that I know which course this bank belongs to. Okay, so I click on Mod 2. And I click all random. This is how I could specifically, if you want, particularly I want this question, you can add those. But I'm still a random pull kind of gal. So I'm going to click all random. And then I'm going to close. Now it is pulling all 30 by default. Now I want to use that lovely pencil over there. Select random questions and 20 questions. So now I have 20 questions on this. Now, don't get lured into thinking this is now a 20-point quiz. It is not. It's got 20 questions on here. They're 1 point per question until it goes and sees that I want this to be a 100-point quiz, and it'll automatically make it the point value that I need it to be. So all I need to do is make sure that the number of questions that I want, or the questions that I want, are on here. Again, up here for my breadcrumbs, I'm going to click on return. And as you will see, that will return me back to my quiz. And I have my new Mod 2 quiz. You can know it's in the new quiz engine because it's that darker little rocket ship here, not the outline. It's solid. And I've got my quiz. It's ready to go. It's 100 points. If I need to go make changes to it, I can click build here and go back and make sure, did I successfully put the questions I meant to put on there? There they are, my friends. Okay, so I know phase 1, 2, and 3, that's a lot. I have these steps in a quick reference. I have this video, and you have me. So contact me if you have any questions on moving your questions over. Be glad to help you achieve that, and let me know. I'm ready to assist you.